Stay high. It's your boy, the King of Bong Style Tune Vicious, and he's the typhoon to my earthquake, my co-host.
Canadian earthquake. Let's get more OG. Canadian earthquake. Tyler Fudge.
Now, I gave you Mudslide. I gave you typhoon because he's less fat, so I figured I'm the earthquake here.
Yeah, but he wore the less flattering outfit. He wore the red and white horizontal stripes and that gay hat.
Well, that's Tugboat. That's not Typhoon.
Same shit, same guy.
Oh, fuck no. Tugboat sucks, but Typhoon is awesome. I'm standing by that.
It's true. It's true. Tugboat is Hulk Hogan's best friend. Typhoon is Earthquake's best friend.
Yeah, dude, I love that tag team. We're already off track on this show, but I love that tag team.
It's better than most tag teams we've got. That's for sure now.
There you go. Suplex City Limits available for listening everywhere fine podcasts are found. You can follow me on the show Twitter at Suplex City Limit. Follow Tyler at The Federation. If you like the show, consider supporting us by picking up a t-shirt at Pro Wrestling Tees. Many designs, sizes, ship everywhere. All right. Or you can donate on our Patreon. Get yourself a shout out on the show. What's up?
No, I'm just mimicking you. You can get all sizes. All right.
I hate doing the big open, but you got to do it because where else are you going to do it?
It's true.
Our Patreon producers, Casey, the Wrestling Soup Podcast, the Miz Cast, Infamous Chris Savage, the Rice-A-Roni Jabroni Tyloni, Insane Ian Jackson, Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz, Kick-Ass Keith Martin, and the Maniac Michael Thomas. We thank you very much. Got a bunch of new stuff on the Patreon. Going on over there, so check them shits out. This week on the Pot Smokin'est Wrestling Pod on the internet, the podcast of the Immortals. We're previewing the busiest week in pro wrestling next week, huh?
Yeah, and it doesn't feel like
this week's not very busy.
No, this week is very, very easy on the eyes. That's for sure.
Next week will be busy.
Oh, next week
we'll take a look back, talk some Strong Style Evolved, the week in WWE, NXT, 205 Live. I don't know. We'll just talk about all kinds of wrestling shit. We got a bitchin' with Burbs this week, so stay tuned for that.
He returned from the dead.
We'll start it off. Let's do this Suplex City Limits top 3.
Suplex City Limits top 3.
Suplex City Limits top 3. Our top 3 matches of the week. It's another week where we both come with the exact same top 3.
Which makes things hella easy.
It almost is every week, right?
Yeah.
How often do we have a different one?
If there's ever any difference, it's usually like one match, and it's usually when you've watched ROH and I didn't. That's usually when it is. But the first match we got to talk about is the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks. Honestly, our whole Strong Style Evolved is going to be basically said here, because everything we're going to need to say about Strong Style Evolved is going to be in the top 3, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the Golden Lovers are Young Bucks. It wasn't without its troubles, but it still was such an emotional match that you can't help but feel emotionally exhausted by the time it was over.
Yeah, not a 5-star match. Let's get the other way around.
No, I wouldn't give it a 5-star match. Basically, just because of the couple botches that there was. But I enjoyed every other thing about it. I thought it was great. Other than that, but yeah, you can't give somebody a 5-star match if they fuck up. People
were going off like, "Oh, fucking 6-star match," and it's like there's so many. There wasn't like a fuck up. There's a bunch of fuck ups.
Yeah,
Ibushi. I don't know if he was knocked silly, but it would almost seem that way because he fucked up a lot of stuff.
Once he did that, the cross, what's it called, the Golden Cross or something like that, where they cross each other and do the moonsaults. When he went head first over, it seemed like everything went downhill from there, because then they go inside and they're doing that "you can't escape" move, where they do the and Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega snap heads, and that's where Kenny Omega got his black eye.
Yeah. At least his eye socket wasn't broken. At the end, he thought it was. I was
Can
like,
you
oh,
imagine?
man.
Well, like as soon as he said that, though, I was like, you've seen other people with their eye sockets broken. Their eyes didn't look like that 30 minutes later.
Yeah, right. I mean, it was really good, though. I enjoyed it.
Yep.
But where do we make general comments about the show? Here?
I say we make it here. Yeah. Fuck
I
it.
hate the production. God, I mean, I always said
Oh.
that, and we all know that, but the production sucked. The commentary fucking. I hate to say it, Jim.
The
I'm
commentary
sorry,
was
Jim.
bad.
It sucked.
Yeah,
It sucked.
no, it did. It did. There were two parts of the production that I did like. I did like at one point in time at the end of the Kenny and Kota match when Kenny's giving him the V trigger, and you can see you got Kota Ibushi hanging on the rope screaming at the crowd, and then behind him is Kenny Omega doing the V trigger. I thought that visualization was great, and they made the Kota Ibushi fuck up better by fucking up and not filming him. So,
Yeah, right. They
you know,
fucking lucked their way into that.
yeah.
It's better than last year, the production, that's for sure. But
Possibly,
still
yeah.
not New Japan production.
No, it's not. And why don't you just get ROH? Like, why does Access have to do this?
Yeah, it's some deal with the TV, right? If they're going to have it, they want to have the guys who are the commentators for the show that's on Access all the time. I get it, but you got to also understand that, like, New Japan faithfuls we want our shit. We don't want some other shit.
Well, and imagine this match too, with the story being told by Kevin Kelly and Callis. It would be so much better.
You didn't get any of that.
No. All you got was JR stumbling around, calling stuff golden showers, like young lovers, right? Mixing up both.
He didn't say golden showers. Did he?
They do have a move called the golden shower when they do the double move on top.
Right.
That's called the golden shower. But he was saying the young lovers are thinking about golden showers, and it's like, man, you completely fucked that up. Now you look like R. Kelly wrote your shit.
I mean, I don't know why they have a move called the golden shower. It's pretty obvious, I guess, but it's also kind of ridiculous. But whatever.
Yeah.
This move's named after pissing on people. Like, cool, okay. I don't really get that. I'd be remiss if I didn't point out the one thing in this match that I really hated.
I know what that is. I know what that is.
Please,
I know. I've heard you say it.
Oh, you did. I just figured it's like you know me enough now to like, oh, he's gonna hate that. Because I know see things of like, oh, he's gonna hate that.
Well, see, I seen you you tweet it, and I said to myself, I was like, yeah, he would hate that.
I hated it. Volunteering for the One Wing Angel, like pulling his arm up. I mean, I get it, dude, but at the same point, I didn't like it when I watched it live. I just like, ugh. Because you would never do that. You would never do that.
Well, I've never been in the position, so I won't be able to tell you if I would ever do that. But
yeah. Well, okay, but
it's not something that really bothered me.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like I wasn't like, oh, the rad match is ruined, but I didn't like that little spot. But
yeah.
It was a great match. Don't get me wrong.
How about them almost botching the superplex and sending Matt out into the guardrail?
Holy fuck, dude!
That was scary.
That was a scary fucking spot. This whole match was intense. I liked the tease of the One Wing Angel on the table. I was like, if you fucking do that, that's insane. That's an insane bump.
Instead, they do it, just as insane bump when Kota Ibushi did that German and just lands on Matt's head. Dead. Fatality.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it though, man. It was it was a hell of a fuck.
It was definitely a main event that made that card worthwhile.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
For sure. What else we got? Another match from this show.
Jay White taking on Hangman Page for the U.S. title from Strong Style Evolved. This match suffered from being after Okada and before Kenny.
Yeah.
This was definitely a piss break match.
In Japan, I guess that might be a co-main event spot, but
in
not
America,
here.
No,
in America, that's the piss break fucking match.
Well, it's a New Japan show, Jim, and one half is an ROH mainstay, and the other half is the guy that just came off of touring ROH. It's, you know what I mean? It's not, on its excursion. So it's just,
It felt to me, it does. It feels like a fucking Ring of Honor mid-card match.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
yeah, I'm with you on that.
I agree. And to me, it hurt.
Well, the crowd didn't give a shit for the most part. I
No,
mean, by the end, they
until
got into
Hangman
it.
Page almost broke his neck. That's when they started giving a shit.
How scary is that fucking spot?
Man, when I seen that, and after that happens, when you see how narrowly he comes to killing himself, then they cut to him on the floor, and they cut to his face, and you could tell by the look on his face that he was having flashbacks. That was him. He was seeing his life flash before his eyes at that very moment. You could tell.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And that's like the beginning of that match. The crowd was pretty quiet unless someone's life was in danger. All of a sudden, they were fucking in.
Yeah, but you know what though, man? Good on them for staying to their deal and continuing the match and getting the crowd behind them later. Because the crowd does get behind them before the match is over with. It takes them like 15, 20 minutes, but they get them.
Yeah. One little thing in this too that I really enjoyed. After the match, it shows that was his first successful defense. I don't know if that's a New Japan thing or if that's an Access thing, but that's awesome.
It could very well be, because you know how you see all the time, you'll see just a bunch of Japanese letters and then like 60th, because that's like the number of champion he is, right? And that's shown every time. So I would
like
imagine
that shit.
Yeah, so like I'd imagine that they would have his defenses. It's probably just in Japanese and New Japan. We don't get a graphic for it.
Yeah. If WWE wants to be so trigger happy on graphics on the screen, how about you steal this and put how many defenses this is for the person?
Man, then that's another number that they're just going to doctor.
They can't help themselves but lie about it.
Well, it's like, well, not to jump ahead, but a couple weeks ago on Raw, Miz said that he was going to go to WrestleMania, win, and become the longest reigning IC champion of all time. I did the math on our Patreon show, and he wouldn't get that until like the end of April. Right? That's when he beats the longest reign, which I can't remember who it is now, but it doesn't matter. But they finally came back and said that on Raw this week, after weeks and weeks of saying that he'll beat the record at WrestleMania. I guess more people figured it out. And it's like, oh, no, never mind. Okay, it's after WrestleMania that he beats it.
Even that doesn't mean it. It's a meaningless thing. It's not
Right.
like a one continuous reign. It's a combined, which is who gives a fuck. Like,
Right, exactly. And then I had to even do that math too. It was like, are they saying he's got the longest reign? And I looked, it was like, he won the title in January. So no.
But if you're going to put on the screen how many times Okada's defended the belt, that's badass, you know?
Well, see, you know what though? If you look at Okada's times, I think it's only at 10 since he's been champion.
Oh yeah, they don't do it that much.
They don't do it that much, no. So
Wait,
like,
treating the heavyweight championship like it's important? Are you kidding? Get the fuck out!
right?
Yeah.
So but the next time that he defends it, he could beat Tanahashi's record.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's
Well, which is,
shit.
no, he ties it if he beats Zack Sabre Jr. this weekend. Which, come on, we
Right.
all know he's beating Zack Sabre Jr. Come on.
Yeah, I thought but overall in this show, I thought the show was kind of too long.
I agree. For what the card was and all the tag matches that we got, the card was a little long.
There's weird production. You know, I couldn't hear anyone's music.
They didn't have the music
the
piped
show.
in. Yeah, it's they were taking the music from the arena mics. They didn't they didn't have the sound system plugged in. So
even that didn't work very well. You know?
No, and it would never work really very well, because you got, especially that pyramid, all the sound's going to go up into that little peak. That's why it's not staying, right? It's not a flat roof. So
I did like the building. I thought the building looked cool.
it's beautiful. If the building, though, they should never run that building again, though.
Well, I mean, size-wise, no, they shouldn't.
No, but there's one door in. There's literally one door.
That can't be.
Yes, the line was egregiously long. There was only one door to get in. Apparently, there was only one beer line, too. Can you imagine?
I mean, you have to, for
4,000
fire
people?
safety, you have to have enough exits.
They might have another exit, but they only had them coming in through one door.
Oh, well, yeah.
which is that's egregious. It really is. I've been through that. I went to a Iron Maiden concert because Coheed and Cambria were opening for him. I don't like Iron Maiden. Let me say that first. Uh, but
Run to the hills.
I was in the lineup for what seemed like hours with a Coheed and Cambria shirt on, and then all of a sudden, I can hear him start to play, and one guy turns around and he looks at me. He's like, "Hey, your band is playing." Yeah, I can hear that, and I got in just in time to see Iron Maiden. They only had one door.
That's a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
I did the same thing when I saw a show, and Corrosion of Conformity is a band I'm into, and they were opening, and they played like while we stood in line. Got in there right as they finished. Like,
It's
fuck
the absolute
off,
worst,
dude.
man. It is. It's the absolute worst. Like here I was. I drove 4.5 hours, 5 hours with Travis to go and see Coheed and Cambria and Iron Maiden. And I spent 2.5 hours in a lineup, and the other 2.5 hours watching a fucking concert I don't want to see.
No.
Luckily for me, though, they were doing a replica tour of like an 87 tour. And so like they had the set from 87 and they only played the songs they played in 87.
Oh, okay.
So that was pretty cool.
I mean, they put on a good show, whether you like them or not.
Oh, it was an amazing show, man. They had Eddie come out and he battled him with his guitar and stuff, man. It was intense. I became a fan of their live presence after that. But I still wanted to see Coheed and Cambria.
Fuck yeah. What are the notes on here? I mean, the Rey Mysterio had a promo.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, he just said a thing there. He's like, "I'm gonna be here. I'm coming back." Like, you can't trust this motherfucker for anything.
He set up 3 matches. He set up 3 matches, Jim.
Yeah, he set up 3 matches, and he could be on WrestleMania.
I doubt
Maybe.
it. I doubt it.
Probably
I doubt he is. He's got a bicep injury. How's he going to be on WrestleMania?
I don't know. How is he fucking? What's the point of him being in Alabama? I mean, to sign him, obviously, but I'm just saying he could sign with them, and he's like trying to set up all this shit.
He could sign with them, and let's be real now. When do they need Rey Mysterio?
Who? WWE?
Yeah. When or not? Okay, let me rephrase that. When could they use Rey Mysterio the best?
I was gonna say, when do they need him? Never.
Yeah, exactly.
As
No,
much as
when,
I love
when,
him,
when can they use him the best?
After WrestleMania, I suppose.
No, leading up to WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like, why would you have him for the summer? It's not going to help. Nobody's going to watch because of Ray, right? Like, have him come in later on down the road, like after SummerSlam, and then run that way. You know what I mean? It's get him in that lull where football comes in, and see if it can help instead of having it after WrestleMania, because he just came back at Royal Rumble. In my opinion, it would just be a lot better if he waited, but that would also clear up him being able to do those matches, and maybe that's the plan, and that's why he set forth these matches so that he can finish them.
I fucking hope so, dude. Because I'm starting to get to the point where it's like, dude, you know, how much can we really trust this guy?
Yeah, no, I get you, but I do find it hard to believe for somebody to come out and say, especially somebody that, you know, he's not like he's a bad guy in the wrestling business. So I hope it's true. I would like to see at least the Liger match again. I don't really care about an Ospreay match. That happened at that World Cup. But a Marty Scurll match might be interesting.
Ooh, Ray and Marty? That'd be cool.
Well, that's the third one he set up, right? He set up one for... Because Marty ripped his mask off. Do you really think they're going to leave that alone? He ripped his mask off. He's got to come back.
There's that's
no way,
true.
Right? So...
Yeah, there's a bunch of fucking... Dude comes in and sets up, like, all these angles.
Yeah, like only New Japan can. WWE can't do stuff like that.
And then the only real other thing of merit, like, mentioning is, like, Sabre...
Okada and Minoru Suzuki and Ishii. That was a good match.
Yeah.
I quite enjoyed that match a nice bit.
I mean, some people are debating that Sabre should have tapped Okada instead.
It would have made more sense. You know what I mean?
So that you'd have some belief that he is going to beat him, because, I mean, nobody believes he's going to beat him.
Exactly,
Obviously, obviously he's not, they're not going to put the fucking championship on a dude who looks like a fucking extra from a gay porno, you know?
Because, like, you had in the background, you had just Suzuki lazily giving, like, this half crab to Okada. It's just weird. Why would you have him just tap out Ishii, a guy that's got nothing to do with this whole feud?
Yeah. A guy who's very underutilized.
Ishii?
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, extremely underutilized. I would love to see who's the IC champion now?
What the fuck, dude?
Oh, it's not Jay White. He's U.S. champion. Actually, Minoru Suzuki. There you go.
Yeah, Suzuki is.
See what you could have done there? If you had Okada being tapped out by Zack Sabre Jr., then you've made an Ishii Suzuki match. Boom. Right there.
It's like a fucking turn into pay-per-view take two right here.
Buddy. Geniuses, man. We're geniuses. As I smoke my weed.
Yeah, as we continue getting more fucked up. And we're still in the top three.
Our last match on the top three would be the main event from 205 Live. 4-way between Buddy Murphy, TJP, Akira Tozawa, and Kalisto. This match was absolutely insane. I loved it. This was great.
This is really good. Really good.
This is the first time that I've caught 205 Live before Jim. And I messaged him halfway. I wasn't even finished the match. I messaged you halfway through the match. I was like, holy shit, Jim, you got to watch the main event from 205 Live. This is killer. Because it was absolutely great. And
here's the biggest thing. Brace yourself. I'm okay with Buddy Murphy going over in this match.
Dude, I like Buddy.
I'm okay with it.
You know what else? You know what else does it for me about Buddy Murphy? He's man enough to bag Alexa Bliss. You got my vote, man.
Yeah, well. I mean, the only other person I would even debate would be like Tozawa. You know, they could have put Tozawa over and I'd have been fine with that. But, I mean, TJP and Kalisto is like...
Tozawa did look really good in that match, too, though. Tozawa looked great in that match.
Fuck yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Tozawa was good as fuck.
Yeah, everybody came out looking good in this match. Kalisto, he really didn't, nothing much really, but Buddy Murphy looked amazing in this match. The match was really set up to make Buddy Murphy look good. And,
I even like TJP in this match. I thought he looked good. He did a lot of good shit.
He had all those double submission moves and everything, and I thought that was very, very good. Keep doing that, TJP. Put you in more multi-man matches.
But they need to stop with his heel
whiny
character. Is the worst.
It's like listening to Josh Matthews on Impact, which has gotten a lot better. I watched an hour of Impact this week, by the way.
Said something about like beating me is like solving a Rubik's Cube. Like
everybody's done it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, and he's just sitting there. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's just bad.
Yeah, he's very meh.
He's like the bad guy in the gay porno that Zack Sabre Jr. is starring in.
That's true. He's the evil landlord.
Yeah, well, whatever kind of story you want to go for. But yeah, good match. His Murphy's finisher is called Murphy's Law. That's clever.
Yeah, I mean, it is a thing.
And actually, for a guy who's
the thing is, Murphy's Law is what can go wrong will go wrong, right? Isn't that Murphy's Law?
I guess, yeah. I think
so.
it is.
So, would you really want your move named after something that goes wrong?
It's that or a golden shower. So. It's like that. I think that's better than a move named after piss, but
could have went with like an Air Bud reference.
Air Bud reference. I'm not familiar with the Air Bud franchise. But...
Oh, you've never even seen a video of it?
Well, I mean, I know what it is.
Oh, okay. Going to say Golden Retriever plays sports. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, no, I get the premise, man.
Oh man!
I think he plays basketball and shit, right?
In
but
the
then,
first
like,
one,
he gets into all kinds of sports.
Exactly. The first one though was great with fucking Air Bud being the basketball dude because he's helping.
It's great. He says.
I haven't seen it in probably like 18 years, but last time I watched it, I remember it being great.
So what? How old were you then? 8?
Close. If it was 18 years ago, no, I would have been 12.
I don't know. I think that'd be a fruity statement for a 12-year-old, much less a 20, whatever the fuck year old, 30-year-old, whatever the fuck.
Well, I mean, call it what you will, man. You know what? Sticks and stones may break my bones, Jim. fuck off. You
I
can't hurt me.
thought Airbud 4, where he's a curler, was the high watermark of the series.
Being a Canadian, I thought that was quite ingenious.
I thought that would have the best script, the best cast.
The cinematography was
Shit.
otherworldly.
Yeah, if you will.
That's top
with
3.
all of that said, let's get into the week's news.
This week in the news, Legion Hall Reseda is sold, and a dad punches out a wrestler. Over to you, Jim. Oh my god. I mean,
Jim Vicious, and that was so fucking awkward.
that stupid Skype current call box went over the master volume of a soundboard, and when I went to go get it, I had to move the box as well.
100 and fucking whatever up. It's always ends the same. It's always like the same length. This time, just like I'm about to go, and it just like keeps going. 6-star podcast. So, what do we got in the news this week?
Well, what do you think is the biggest story of the week, Jim?
Oh man, El Generico's back tweeting, and
I
has
totally
a pro wrestling
forgot
T-star?
about that. Yeah, Kevin Steen is now Kevin Owens is now Kevin Steen on Twitter.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
He lost his verification to change it to Fight Steam Fight. Now he's no longer verified.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No, man. No fucks given.
How is this just because they're on SmackDown? How the fuck do they get away with it? He's gonna make a killing selling El Generico shirts like for
Good
2
for
weeks
him.
before WrestleMania.
Good for him is all
Oh
I
my
gotta say.
god.
Good for him.
He'll make his fucking pay for this year in fucking 2 weeks on Pro Wrestling Tees.
Well, and then you look at it too, man. If you bought a T-shirt from the WWE shop and you bought a T-shirt from Pro Wrestling Tees, there's a drastic difference in price. I don't know if that's because I'm from Canada, but if I want to buy something from Pro Wrestling Tees, $25, whatever.
Yeah.
WWE.com, $40 for a fucking T-shirt. $40 fucking dollars.
Yeah, until it like gimmicks dry up and then they sell them for like $2.
Yeah, no.
Selling fucking leftover Darren Young shirts and shit.
I'll be using your Darren Young T-shirts to wipe my fucking ass.
I think we should like clothe the homeless with old shirts, that WWE has.
Yeah.
Because no one's gonna buy those things. What do they do with those? You think they just bury them in the desert, burn them?
You know what? I bet you they keep a lot of them in that warehouse, and as a WWE wrestler, you could probably request one. I bet.
Like, what do you do with? What do you think they did with all the Enzo Amore shirts?
Oh, that they probably gave like Goodwill or something, or did probably give out to the homeless.
Just associating homeless people with rapists or alleged rapists. Obviously, the dude's not a rapist. We've covered that story is complete bullshit. Whether or not you think that
Allegedly, he's not a rapist. We don't know.
good at delivering a suplex or not, I'm 99% sure that he's not a rapist.
Well, no. Personal opinions aside, I think there is a good possibility they didn't do anything. But I mean, he is a weird-looking dude. He could possibly do it. like I said on Wrestling Soup, if there's anybody on the Raw locker room that looks like they would rape somebody, it's Enzo.
It's fair. It's fair. I don't know. Braun Strowman looks like like a fucking rapist, doesn't he?
I don't know, man.
I don't know what a rapist looks like, I guess.
Well, you watch Mixed Match Challenge, and he seems quite gentle.
Well, there he does. Oh, fair enough.
Trying to swerve Buddy Murphy.
Yeah. PWG leaves the Legion, as you mentioned.
Yes, it was sold.
It took
and now they have
this to get those. Yeah, it took this. It took them selling the building to get those guys to move to a fucking real venue.
But it's I don't know. I don't like PWG's business tactics. I like their wrestling, but I wish they would get their head of their ass and let me watch a show a couple weeks after it happens at least. At least a couple weeks. Jesus Christ. Give me next day. I would love to have next day, but We all know that's going to happen. Not going to happen.
Yeah, that whole thing is really weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. But that Globe Theater looked pretty fucking nice though.
It
So
did.
hopefully they
Yep.
do shit there.
It did look nice. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah,
But thank God they're leaving the Legion Hall. That's all I gotta say.
I think so. I think there's a lot of people who are like, oh, maybe if you go to shows there all the time and whatever, you're probably thinking like, I get that shit. It sucks. It looks like shit.
You also look at it too, and they're just that punk rock fan that grew up with a band and they sold a bunch of records. Like, oh, you guys fucking sold out. That's all it is. That's all that is. It's just
Man, I kind
nonsense.
of get it.
You get it because you're in a band. It's still foolishness.
Yeah, like I mean,
just because they made some money doesn't mean that they're supposed to stay poor for the rest of their life. Fuck you, you piece of shit.
I used to be in a band, and we'd go play places where they'd have fucking big stages and lights and shit, and we'd be like, hey, can we play in the floor, or like, can we play in the back of the room, in the corner on the floor? We were like, well, you guys fucking retarded? Like, like, knock yourselves out. And we're like, awesome. And then we go, like, fucking play on the floor and, like,
yeah,
fucking just in the middle of the crowd fucking playing. I don't know. Like, it's a punk rock thing, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I like, to me, I got no problems. If you want to do what you want to do, man, go for it.
Yeah.
Except for PWG, stubby fuckheads.
What else you got?
Did you see the video of a wrestler spitting on a kid and a dad beating the shit out of him?
I did see a little bit of it. Where was this? Some indie or what?
Yeah, some indie. Yeah, I don't know where. I don't know who. I didn't care about the name because I'm really not going to glorify a guy that spits in kids' faces. You don't need your name set on anything because this is all just to get his name out there. And it's like, you know what, man, find a better way to get your name out there because I'm not even going to learn your name.
Good heel work right there.
Yeah. X-Pac heat, buddy.
Yeah. If you want to get heat, go out and do something real pro wrestling, like smashing a guy in the face with a baseball bat.
And then gloat about it afterwards.
Why did he spit?
He was just walked by. He just walked by and he spit on the kid, and the dad fucking just follows him to the ring and Pearl Harbors him. It's fucking amazing, man.
Pearl Harbor. Yeah.
It was amazing.
That's fucking ridiculous. I love it.
Cody says he's retiring the Bullet Club logo.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I think it's a part of the story because Kenny commented after and saying that Cody's like delusional and it's not going to be retired. It will never be retired. So
can we please just retire all the spoofs of it? That'd be okay.
Yes, I agree.
Can we get rid of the third-rate fucking wrestling podcast? I think they're clever by making their show logo a Bullet Club inspired logo.
I can't agree more. You are though. You Bullet Club guys that make those Bullet Club logos. Real original, man. Real talent. That's what that takes.
It comes from guys who sell T-shirts that are questionably fucking original in their own right?
What was the last Federation logo? Oh, it was the Descendants.
No, I'm talking about ours, not yours.
No. The Descendants wasn't the Descendants ripoff. Now the new logo is all original, so fuck you.
There you go. I was like, man, this SCL ones are fucking of questionable originality.
Well, there's a difference in being clever because the name is Suplex City Limits, and comparing it to Austin City Limits, a music show. But when everybody and their dog is whatever club, and fuck right? Fuck off, man.
Oh, yeah. It's like I saw some guy in the Indies, and someone was putting him over in one of those groups. He had like a mustache club saying, like, oh, these dudes, it's cool. And he's got a T-shirt. I'm like, that's fucking ridiculous. Sorry if you're listening to this, sir, but.
I'm not sorry. I don't even know who you are.
Yeah, I don't know. That other, the group that one of the groups we're in on Facebook. Do you know that one dude? Like, I see people that I've talked shit on the show being in that group. Shit all over that David Bixenspan guy. I don't even know what.
Oh, yeah. It was
What's his name? David
David
Spick and
Bix.
Span.
David
Whatever the
Bix.
fuck his name
It's
is.
David Bixenspan. Yeah, it is.
And then I noticed, like, oh, he's in this group. He posts shit in this group that I'm.
Yeah. Well, originally, when I posted the Federation episode in there, originally he commented with his article.
What does that have to do with anything?
It seems like a dick move. Really? That's
like,
what it
I
seems
spent
like.
all this time on this article to find out how many people were actually at WrestleMania 3.
And we don't
like,
get an answer.
I didn't read it because
I
I don't
did.
give a fuck. Who
I
cares?
did because, you know what, man? You posted this as the comment to my fucking thing. I'm going to read it. You know, fuck you for trying to take away from my thing and put your thing right in under it. But, I mean, cool. But I read it, and there actually isn't an answer. It's a article that doesn't really tell you anything new. It's an article that, it's just a hoorah, great big write-up on a number.
Who cares?
I don't.
We know that number's bullshit, so who cares what it really was? I mean, I don't. Anyway. So, anyway. I turned
Miz
into a
had
bit
his
of a
kid.
shoot.
Miz had his kid.
Yeah. This is not yet news at all, but anything fringe wrestling. I happen to see that Bill Goldberg is going to be hosting a Forged in Fire spin-off.
Yes, that's where they make swords, right?
They make various fucking, weapons.
Yeah,
Hand
I've
weapons.
seen
I
that.
watced it a few times. It's okay. It's like if
I've
you have
seen
nothing
it,
else going on.
It's like those any of those shows, like you take like the Ink Masters or whatever, in the background it's cool. Once you start really, I do too. I just like seeing the pictures.
Them shits.
I'll fast forward everything and just go to where they're tattooing and just being like, oh, that's a cool picture. This is I don't care about your drama. Your fake
Sucker
drama.
for shows where people get eliminated every week. Top Chef and shit like that.
I hate food shows so much.
We watch weird shit around here, dude. I DVR RuPaul's Drag Race every week and look forward to it.
Hey man, you know what? There's I watch some questionable shows too. I'm a big fan of Gold Rush. I'm a big fan of there's a Rocky Mountain Railroad TV show here where they follow people driving trains. It's fascinating.
So this lever here makes it go forward, and this lever here makes it stop.
Well, it's like there was this one point in time where he enters a pass inside of a mountain, and his train is so long that by the time he exits the bottom, he's still entering the top, and it's a loop-de-loop inside. So just imagine this train is in a spring motion inside this mountain when he comes out. It's madness.
I guess, man. Speaking of television, did you watch the Roseanne re-debut?
I did not. I heard good things, though.
I've heard good things and bad. I watched it.
Well,
I
yes,
enjoyed
but
it.
the people that are going to give you the bad things are the people that can't separate their politics from their entertainment as well.
I feel like it was... I mean, not everybody who disliked it, because, I mean, I know some people who disliked it who don't fall into this, but I feel like a lot of them were people who... regardless of their political affiliation, didn't like that. And then maybe a good chunk who had a problem with the interracial relationships and like a boy, dressed as a girl. I think there's a lot of fucking people who suck. And
there's
they don't like it because of that shit.
Roseanne's always been a show that pushed it a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was always...
I liked it, man.
Yeah, it was always a true look at American life and not a glossed over shiny look at it. It's always been a little bit more real, and this time when they come back, they said, well, we're bringing Dan back from the dead. We might as well fucking just bring out every other gimmick too and see what else we can do. And to me, I'm excited to see it. I always wait until there's like 3 or 4 episodes for me to watch.
Yeah, there's 2 out. I liked it. It was good. And how the fuck are we talking about TV? But Trailer Park Boys new season,
buddy,
is out, and I've watched
Jim Leahy.
I watched almost all of it already.
Yeah, no, it's weird watching it with Jim Leahy in it, knowing that he's dead now.
He passed away like fucking days after they were here, and I was really pissed I didn't go.
Yeah, that's a bad thing. Sorry about that, man.
God damn it. Vader underwent successful open heart surgery.
Yeah, still a fat piece of shit though. Just a fat piece of shit.
His doctors say he is still a fat piece of shit. It's good to know, man. It's good to know. I lost like a ton of respect for that dude when like he sent out a selfie of
With
himself
work
like
boots on.
yeah, with like a fucking dick pic with boots on. You can't fucking do that shit.
Who the fuck walks around naked with fucking snow boots on, man?
Even a woman who would be turned on by fucking seeing Big Van Vader's dick. I mean, the boots are just gonna ruin it, dude.
Yeah.
You can't.
Yeah, man. It takes away from the look of your penis. The boots look bigger than your dick, which makes your dick look tinier than it really is.
It's just like, what kind of savage sends fucking dick pics of themselves naked wearing fucking like work boots, dude?
A guy that does not give a fuck. That's who. Lars Sullivan tweeted that you can't always get what you want. Joey Janela replies, "That's true. Now stop DMing my girlfriend." I thought that was very funny. That's my contribution to the news this week, guys.
You heard that they updated the rules in New Orleans for this upcoming weekend?
Yeah,
you can't do all kinds of shit now.
Yeah, there's a laundry list of moves, and then there's also a description of any move that meets this description can't be used too. So, any diving move where there's a flip that he may hit the head is not allowed.
Yeah,
like I get why, like somebody was killed by.
You can't throw somebody over the top.
Bill Hurd, man.
The Jim Hurd.
Oh, Jim Hurd. Yeah, it was Bill Hurd his father that died.
It wasn't even Jim Hurd. Wasn't that a Cowboy Bill thing?
Bill Watts?
I think that was a Bill Watts thing.
Maybe. Who knows? It's one
I
of
think it was
things.
Bill Watts. He couldn't throw people over the top rope. But WWE and Ring of Honor are exempt from it.
Yes.
But Ospreay's got like 42 indie matches that weekend, and I don't know what he's going to do.
Well, he already said he's making a T-shirt that he's going to sell.
Yeah.
To pay the fines. So, but there's ways around it too. You can go to the commission and ask for permission, and more than likely you'll get it.
Why are you fucking jacking everybody off because some asshole broke his neck on a fucking pile driver in 1996?
Yeah. Well, see,
he sued though, and he won a ton of money.
Exactly, and the commission had to pay it because.
Well, that's ridiculous. The judge who found in favor of that guy is a fucking asshole. That's stupid.
Yeah, and that's why they're doing this to make sure that this doesn't happen again, which is understandable. I get it. Take care of yourself before you take care of everybody else.
That asshole who won that case against Marty Jannetty. Well, he didn't win it against Marty Jannetty. I mean, the WWE had to pay him a bunch of money, but when Marty fucking Marty and Sean, I think, right, cumulatively broke that dude's neck.
Did they? I don't know anything about this. Actually.
I'm doing the rocker drop. Yeah, he was a fucking jobber who lied about how much experience he had, and he didn't know how to take the move. And
I mean, it's like a mass transit thing. If you go in there, you're like thinking that you're lying about your age, and
dude, you step in a fucking wrestling ring. I mean, that's just kind of your own fucking doing.
If you don't know what you're doing, you're stepping into a lion's den. You know what I mean? Like, it's very easy to get hurt if you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, Impact Wrestling posts their best ratings since the final deletion.
Yeah,
can you believe this?
Well, yes and no. Yes, I can believe it because their ratings weren't hard to beat. No, I don't.
Did a .10.
Exactly. Now, and I say no because I tried to watch it this week and I couldn't get halfway through, and I stopped.
I didn't even attempt it this week.
I seen when Bobby Lashley came out, I turned off my TV.
What are you gonna do when he shows up in WWE?
Do you want me to say that on air?
When he shows up in the WWE.
WWE. Find a new job.
Yeah, it finished 104th for the night on cable, so calm down, Impact fans, before you go fucking blowing all your money on streamers and champagne and shit.
There's still not 1 million watchers, so get back to me when you got 1 million viewers.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, oh, Lashley and Cage. That's right. They got that going on.
That
That's
really
just,
fucking... I have a hard time watching him with his goddamn headband. I think that looks stupid. I think he looks like a kid. A big, bald kid. Who else wears a fucking headband all the time? Nobody. It's not 1989, man. Fuck.
Well, if you're bald, though, all that sweat, it doesn't get up in your hair. Sweat goes right in your eyes, man. You gotta
Well,
gotta
fucking
fucking
man,
rock ahead.
grow some goddamn hair. That's all.
I guess.
Make a headband out of hair. I don't give a fuck. Just stop making me watch a headband, man.
You don't like the headband, though.
I hate the headband. Well, I also hate how void of charisma Bobby Lashley is. Maybe if he wasn't a vacuum suck of fucking everything, he wouldn't. The fucking headband wouldn't be such a problem because he could work.
People are like, but he's come so far. He's so much better than he used to be.
Fuck him. He shaved Vince's head once. That's as big as he's ever going to get.
He fucking sucks, dude.
He does.
Bobby Lashley, he fucking sucks. He sucks and he fucks. But yeah, let's not fucking get too excited about those ratings.
No.
WCW Saturday Night is reportedly coming to the network next week. I'm fucking excited.
That's pretty dope. I've been watching Thunder all week, man.
Oh, dude, I haven't watched it. I have some fucking backlog of shit I have to watch now, but
Man, the first episode I watched was Ric Flair returning from his goddamn, or it was the night after Ric Flair's heart attack.
oh god, oh, the
you
fake
know,
one.
yeah, the fake one.
Well, that got over so good the first time when Fritz did it, right? So when Fritz did it, everybody fucking just complete backlash. So let's try that again.
Yeah. Great stuff.
Saturday night is awesome because when I was a wee lad, I spent a lot of time with my grandparents, and like my grandfather's the one who got me into wrestling. So like we'd go to fucking they'd make me go to church, which I fucking hated. And then after church, you come back and watch fucking Saturday night. Like that was like the deal. So that shit's like reminds me of my childhood.
I get it. WCW
Plus,
Saturday Night was probably the first thing I ever seen of WCW.
Yeah, plus they will give anybody a match on Saturday night, dude. You watch Saturday night and you will see guys that you're like, they had a match in WCW? What the fuck?
I always liked too the modern Saturday night thing where they had like the robot door that would open and the smoke would come out.
Fuck yeah, dude. The
That was
robot.
dope. That was center stage, right? With the spinning ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Awesome. So yeah, look forward to that.
Me too.
But what else you got? Anything?
Last thing I got is John Cena is scheduled to play Duke Nukem in a movie, which is really odd.
God. Yeah.
Duke
I
Nukem
mean,
is the raunchiest video game character I've ever seen.
well, he's kind of doing that now, right? I mean, he's in that Cock Blockers movie, which is like rated R. So.
Fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Or chicken sound blockers, since you can't say cock, I guess. Because somehow in 2018, like there's still bad words that you can't say.
Which
Yeah.
yeah.
Fucking weird, right?
I don't get people and their fascination with, like controlling what everybody else does.
Yeah. I'll tell you one thing: Mrs. Vicious hates going in public with me because I curse everywhere.
Oh, I do too. So she probably wouldn't be too enthused with me either.
I'm short-tempered and I curse a lot, so.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like, what the fuck? There's people, there's kids here. Like, oh fuck them, man. We're in public. What's somebody gonna do? Ma'am, I didn't mean fuck them with my dick. I meant fuck them as in fuck them.
Sir, there's a bunch of kids here. I'll fuck them.
Not fuck them, but fuck them.
Yeah. Oh, in the butt?
Like anywhere you like. That's it. That's all I got for news.
That's it.
That's it. We're quitting the show right now.
It's over.
That's it. Had enough. From there, let's get into the week in WWE.
Starting with Monday Night Raw. Yes, I assume. I'm just stalling.
Monday Night Raw. Cleveland, Ohio, home of the world's greatest football team, the Cleveland Browns.
That's not what Elias said. I don't follow football, but Elias said they sucks.
They do suck. It's been my team since I was a child, and we're the worst team in the league. We won 0 games last year.
That's a feat in itself. How many teams have done that, I wonder? Is it a lot?
No, there's not a lot. There's only a couple. We're in rarefied air.
Well, at least you're different. You know, you're not like everybody else, man.
You're not like everyone else winning games and shit.
Yeah, I mean, at least you're sticking by your team after a season with 0 wins. You know, you're not one of those.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Monday Night Raw. What do you want to talk about? Opened with Lesnar and Heyman.
And it was really nothing. You know, the promos between Heyman and you know, with Heyman and Brock, they've really died down a lot. It's really a shell of its former self. It's more of saying the same things we've said before, and it rings true with everything else. But I also don't understand what they're doing. Are they trying to get Brock cheered now?
I have no idea. It's the second week in a row that like they leave Reigns laying in a heap.
Yeah, and the crowd enjoys it. You know.
Well, yeah. I don't know what they're doing. If this is the guy that they're trying to fucking get over, I don't know. I mean, are they trying to get him some sympathy?
I guess.
Is that what they're trying to do?
I guess.
With the handcuff spot last week, you'd expect that was the point.
Yeah, and they almost did it if they didn't have him come back 16,000 times, but they did the exact same thing this time. He just kept on laying a beating on him. Just kept on going.
Yeah, poses over him with the belt. Yeah. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, from there, Nia defeats Mickey in a nothing match.
Mickey looked like she was from J-Lo's Jenny from the Block video.
Yeah.
She was very ghetto fabulous in her denim, I think it was. It looked weird.
I love that he's after the break. Respect the authority. Up next.
Respect my authority.
That's exactly what everybody thought, right? That's what I thought. Respect my authority.
I'm sure that the person that actually made that knew that was going to happen, and he giggled. I bet you any money in the world. He was like, "Oh, they'll fall for this. Respect the authority." He just knew what was going to come. He was probably the first one to post the South Park gif.
Yeah. And that promo, Steph and Triple H, like literally jacking themselves off and expecting you to watch them finish. Yeah, it was. I mean, it was like the best thing on the show, kind of.
Well, now, mind you, yeah, that's what a heel's supposed to do. They're supposed to build themselves up, and it made you hate them after it was done.
But it's really them. You know,
it
that's
is,
the weird
yes.
thing about it.
But you know what? They always say your best wrestling character, you ramped up to 11, right?
Yeah.
So, but Steph challenged her inner Iron Sheik when she said she was going to make Ronda Rousey humble. I really like that.
Yeah. She, you know, I don't know if you needed to put the Sheik line in of calling her a faggot worse than Michael Jackson, but no, I mean, you are fag worse than Michael Jackson.
So weird.
No good son of a bitch, Brian Blair. The Cruiserweights made a return to Raw.
They did. First time since the Cruiserweight tournament started, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would expect so. This is their attempt to sell this match for the show, I guess.
Yeah, fine. Let's start building this on main television 2 weeks before it starts.
Yeah, Alexander and Ali defeat TJP and Gulak. Ali kind of snakes away the win. They're kind of trying to one-up each other.
Yeah.
I guess.
The same story they're telling everywhere. You know, like we go to SmackDown, it's the same story with like AJ Styles and Nakamura and shit like that. It's boring.
You could Balor, Rollins, Miz stuff. I don't like any of this.
No, well, like
I don't care about it.
Again, it's the same thing with the Paul Heyman stuff. Miz is coming out now. We liked Miz for a little while because you didn't know what he was going to say. Now it's like he's just saying stuff to try to get a pop out of people, and it's just the same shit over and over and over again.
How about the fact that like someone tries to say that he lives there and he's like, I live in Los Angeles.
That was good heel work. I guess it was the only thing that really came out. That and the Mr. Perfect line is the only things that really stood out to me.
Yeah.
But you notice
Fair
how
enough.
nobody knew he was Mr. Perfect's son because later on in the night he did a Perfect Plex and nobody's seen it. Nobody cared.
Nah,
Nobody
yeah,
did a
yeah,
thing.
fucking. They don't know these things.
Yeah, I know. But like they teased the tension between the Miz Taraj and Miz turns it
But
around.
don't.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's they try to tease it, but they didn't really tease it very well.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's seen it coming a mile away.
Shitty Kane fucking thing. I mean, just to see this guy, you know, in the shitty Halloween costume in the dark corner of the building, it's
That's
just
exactly what I was going to say. He's just in a dark corner. That's it.
yeah. Always shooted over here by these cinder blocks. Creepy.
With a fucking heat lamp fucking playing in the background.
Yeah, bad. Asuka defeats old Katy Perry in a fucking squash match.
Yes.
Jamie Frost.
They say it's
I
her
don't know.
first match ever.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just looks like old Katy Perry to me.
I thought the match ending was great, where she just kicks her and she just timbers down.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool. But
I was not the only person that felt like this next segment was something out of Saved by the Bell. But Bailey and Sasha in front of lockers just scream Saved by the Bell to me.
yeah, it's every teenage TV show. OC, 90210, Saved by the Bell, Boy Meets World.
Yeah. I expected fucking Zach Morris to come walking in with some new scam.
I just figured, they were fighting over one of them and that fucked the other one's crush and the other one's mad.
or Screech was stuck in the locker or something.
Nobody's making a porno in the locker.
Yeah. But this is it. This is the turn. This is we've been doing this for how long, and then this is how they do it.
Yeah, in front of some lockers. Yeah, I mean,
what a fucking throwaway, man.
it did really come out as just nothing. Hey, it was just a rudimentary segment by the numbers.
And just
Easily
like you
missed.
built this up forever, and then like that's the way you're gonna do it.
Hey, what is the just no originality in this show, man. There's just no originality anywhere.
How long ago was it we talked about where that turn should have happened? I forget what pay-per-view that was.
Oh, it should have happened around.
Bailey gets a win
the-
and Sasha's out there, and it would have been the perfect time. It was probably 8 months ago already.
It's probably when she got the title.
Yeah, I thought that was the time.
But that was
Shit
a long
the
time
bed.
ago, man.
Shit the bed.
That was over a year ago because she defended it at WrestleMania last year.
Yeah, Braun and the Bear.
Yeah, taking on Sheamus. Jesus, this was something else.
He sells all over the place for Sheamus too.
Oh man, he did. Sheamus.
He
came
sucks
in-
at selling too.
Yeah. You're exactly right. But
Well, how do you sell as a fucking, as like a fucking near 7 foot, like 300 whatever pound, like giant?
yeah, he sold better than the Road Warriors.
Well, they knew that they shouldn't be selling.
Exactly. Exactly.
This guy shouldn't be selling either.
Nope. No, I agree. And if he does sell, it should be because of something miraculous. You know what I mean? Like, not he's working the leg. It's because, he ran after him and Sheamus dodged out of the way and he hit the post. That you can sell.
That's all they do. That's all they do with him, though.
Yeah.
He's like I said before, he's like a shitty fucking boss on a Nintendo game.
Yeah.
Where he just, that runs at you, you move, let him run into the wall. He's like how you fucking beat Bowser or something. At the end of fucking Super Mario World. You get out of the way and he fucking makes a hole through the floor.
Yeah. Yeah. They got all those little kids coming, trying to touch your dick.
Yeah. You fucking dummy. But, that's whatever, I guess. We don't know whose partners. Everyone seems to be on Elias. What story sense would that make at all?
It really wouldn't, but that should be shot in the water after Coach said that maybe Elias will be his partner. That's not going to happen now.
Well, good.
I mean? They're not.
Because it didn't make any sense.
No,
the last time we saw them, that would make no sense at all.
But what makes even less sense, or That's not even a full sentence. But you know what makes less sense? Rey Mysterio being his partner. Why are
Oh,
people
yeah.
thinking Rey Mysterio is going to be his partner? I don't get it.
Dude, if
Sure.
he couldn't wrestle at strong style and he miraculously can there, then that's a fucking horseshit.
Yeah, yeah, and not even that. What sense would Rey Mysterio tag with Braun Strowman?
What sense
Why?
is anybody going to tag with this guy?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I still think that the best way to go is it comes to Mania and
It's Ellsworth.
Angle's like, where's your partner, buddy? Yeah, I got a partner. Well, then I got a partner for you. Boom, Ellsworth.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. I agree.
What's can you think of another person that would make any sense at all? Like for him to pick and who would agree to it, it wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, but he's already mentioned that he's got a partner. So
My God.
he said that he'd tell him if Sheamus beat him, but Sheamus did not beat him.
Yeah. Angle out with the Golden Goose Ronda, who's just getting wutted the whole time.
She
Good
looks
thing you.
ripped out of her mind, and by ripped I mean high as fuck with her red eyes.
Yeah.
From a distance, man, that makeup's fucking weird looking.
Oh, dude. I don't know what they keep doing this to this fucking girl.
Yeah,
But,
and then she says that Steph is trust fund stuff, tough, and then that cements the fact that she's stoned. Oh yeah, she's stoned.
Yeah. They're they're just two awful actors here with Rousey and Angle. And I've seen better acting in porn. Speaking of porn, Abhorlution was out.
Yes, yes. I would like for Paige to make a video, a new one with Mandy in it. That'd be great.
If we could get that, please, that would be great. I love that she introduces herself to Rhonda as if Rhonda hasn't seen the tapes too. We've all seen the videos,
Of
okay? We
course.
all know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody even knows who Brad Maddox is. Come on.
Yeah. They offer her a spot in Abhorlution. Rhonda declines. And the other two get in for just a complete shit show of a brawl.
Yeah, yeah. We get.
What's with that Kung Fu movie block, dude? And we didn't even mention that last week because that segment wasn't on TV. But the block, and then they just stand there, like when she blocks Dana Brooke last week, or blocks whoever the fuck this week.
Yeah.
That's the corniest motherfucking spot ever.
No, I agree. I agree. It looked like DeVille fucked up that whole suplex spot too.
Yeah.
You know, when she went to go throw Mandy and Mandy just eats shit instead of DeVille catching her.
Yeah. Ronda Rousey is not a star anymore. She's not good at the mic. She's not gonna be good in the ring. They've wasted their money. She didn't raise the ratings at all. She's not fucking doing anything. The reason it was something last time is because she was at the height of her popularity.
No, that's
She was
true.
winning all these fights, and she was a big star then. Now she's not. I mean, they've got a little bit of stuff, but
now
the ratings haven't
too,
gone up or anything.
Mind you, as well, we're in the demographic that's not supposed to be wowed by this. You know what I mean?
Is anybody wowed by this, though?
Oh, come on, Jim. People fucking cheer for John Cena and Randy Orton. Of course people are wowed by this. I don't know. Like, why are you even asking that? Of course you know these wrestling fans in the South, most of them are just half-heartedly fucking just bumbling around, cheering for Ronda Rousey because they know her name.
Starts her fucking promos like a fucking bitch on YouTube. Hey, guys.
I know. It's horrible. Like, they need to... They fucked this up from the beginning anyways. They did. She shouldn't have ever been speaking. Right? She should just come out with her bitch face and just beat people up.
She can't even do the bitch face, right? Because she's always smiling like a fucking geek.
Somebody needs to, like, pinch her nipple or something. Upset her.
Pinch her nipple. Pinch her on the nips.
Give her a purple nipple.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know about the whole Rousey thing. We have anything else on that?
On Rousey?
Yeah, are we good on that?
I'm fucking great on Rousey.
Good Brothers defeat Miz Taraj. It's nothing.
Club win with a magic killer. Let's move on.
Elias sings, then defeats Rhino, and another nothing.
Yeah. I hope Elias just does a concert, and that's it.
I fast forward those every single time.
Oh, I do too. And that's why I'm saying it, so I can just walk away.
Like you see that asshole in the ring, you're like, oh, cool, I can go get a beer.
Yeah, he's just gonna berate the crowd and sing a shitty song I won't like. Cool.
No, your sports team sucks. And your main event in 2018, 2 weeks out from WrestleMania, is John Cena versus Kane in an ODQ match.
Man, this in 2018, Jim, as a society, we've gotten rid of so many things.
Yeah.
Could the next one please be Kane?
Oh my God, this fucking guy. He was awful in this too. He looked like shit. This sucked.
Well, he's 50-something years old.
Yeah.
Why in the world do they think he should be in the ring? He's trying to be a mayor. He's trying to not take bumps anymore. Guys, what do you not see about this? Really? Why is he in the ring?
He's a guy who moves the needle none, you know?
Yeah, he does. Jim, he moves the needle. It just goes further down.
Yeah. And at the end, Cena does the whole, makes fun, talk shit on the Undertaker, who doesn't show up, and that was it. I thought this show was lazy as fuck.
Yeah.
There was no effort in anything on this show at all.
No,
Even like the Reigns Lesnar shit was just lazy, typical. Just there was a beat down, and it just sucks.
My question is, they said that Roman Reigns was not here tonight. Why did he come out through the crowd when he was supposed to be here? Why? He would have come in from the back because he's supposed to be here.
He's every man, dude. That's why.
That should be his theme. Doo-doo, doo-doo. I am every man. Doo-doo, doo-doo.
Yeah, exactly. He is like most men. He's too embarrassed to take his fucking shirt off and show his torso.
Yes. I like that. That's great.
Yeah, for me, this show was lazy as fuck, and I hate to be that, negative guy, and I know Mania's around the corner, and we're supposed to be all excited and shit, but,
Yeah, no, it's not got me. I say hopefully next week they get me, but I really don't believe they will.
You're excited for the matches you're excited for, and...
No, I mean like the go-home show. I'm hoping the go-home show is going to be much better, but I think we're getting nothing until the post-Mania Raw and SmackDown, and then we'll get, because that's the only one good Raw every year.
Yeah. Before we move over to SmackDown, this week's poll of the week on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. The question was, which show are you most looking forward to WrestleMania 34 weekend? Last place, 8% said other. Third place, Ring of Honor Supercard of Honor with 20%. NXT TakeOver with 32%. And WrestleMania with 40%.
Yeah, I mean, technically you look at it, and it's the exact same model that you'd expect it to be, because there's more fans for WWE than there is for NXT. There's more fans for NXT than there is ROH. There's more fans for ROH than there is other. So it basically just tells you that the people that you have on your Twitter is just basically every Twitter demographic ever.
What is the other that people are stoked about? People are stoked on
Progress. I've heard a lot of people talk about Progress.
Some low-key match. Who's low-key have a match with?
Who the fuck cares? He wears a suit and he's a piece of shit.
He's Hitman, dude. He's Agent 47.
There you go. Another unoriginal idea. Let's take a fucking video game, movie, TV show, everything. I'm going to be that guy. Okay. Where's your barcode in the back of your neck, you unoriginal bitch?
Low-key is a cunt, right? I mean, I think that's acceptable. So.
Yeah. That's
to me,
that's
dude.
why I'm doing it.
What about you? What is your take on that?
I voted on that poll, actually.
Which one?
I voted for NXT.
Gargano Ciampa, I suppose?
And the ladder match. I want to see Ricochet.
I went with Supercard of Honor because I'm very stoked for... I think Omega Cody's the best story in wrestling this year. So.
The match I'm most stoked for all weekend is Omega and Cody. But the rest of that card I really don't care about. I'll watch that match. I'm probably not going to watch that full show, though.
Oh, that Ibushi match will be good. Ibushi and... Oh, God. I can't think
Is
of
it
it offhand.
Skrull?
It is not. Skrull and Castle.
Yeah, see, that's a match I'm not going to watch.
Yeah.
I'm not behind Dalton Castle being world champ.
Really? I was.
No.
I that was a good.
When he
decision.
won it, sure, but I don't like his matches enough. To me, you remember, okay, so we were talking about on Twitter yesterday about Velveteen Dream, right? And how should he come up or should he not come up, pros and cons of Velveteen Dream. I put him in the exact same category. He's a better wrestler than Velveteen Dream, but his character trumps his wrestling. So I'm more invested in watching him do his character work than his wrestling work.
Yeah, that's fair. We've got Ishii and Martinez. What about that?
No, I'm not going to watch it.
Weird.
I'm not going to watch Martinez stumble and
it's
ruin.
Paige and Ibushi.
Okay, that match is going to be good. That match is going to be good. But yeah, no, I'm not going to taint the name of Tomohiro Ishii and watch him have a match with Punishment Martinez. No, I'm good.
Well, no, it's not. And also another match I was looking forward to. SoCal Uncensored taking on the Young Bucks with Flip Gordon in a 6-man championship ladder match.
Yeah, no, that's okay. Yeah, no, that's probably gonna be good. Yeah, so we got 3 matches.
They have the inaugural Women of Honor Championship match, dude.
Fuck that. I don't even know who's in it, but I'm sure Brandy Rhodes is probably in it, and that immediately makes me not want to watch it. Is she in it?
They have all of these on here.
All
it's
the
Kelly
women?
Klein taking on Iwatani, and Sumi Sakai taking on Tennille Dashwood.
And the winners of those two have a match?
The winners
Are you fucking
have
serious?
a match on this show. On this
Are you
fucking show,
fucking...
yeah.
Oh, okay, so like there's 3 women's match on the show.
I guess.
That is okay. So like, let's put this in perspective now, because I know we're going to get all those social justice warriors. They're just going to be like, oh, fuck you for not liking women. Okay, since when has ROH been known as a women's promotion? Never. They've had Women of Honor, and it's always been separate shows. They don't have good wrestlers. They don't.
Iwatani is good.
Yeah. Okay. This Final Four thing, yes. That it's a few good. I don't like Sumi Sakai. I think she's a little retarded for my liking, but but like to me it's you don't
taking on Emma.
I'm not a fan. Emma's more clumsy than she is anything else. Like that was her gimmick. Her gimmick was that she was clumsy, so it made up for her being clumsy in the ring. And
she's more hot Australian than she is fucking wrestler.
yeah, exactly. She's got a nice ass, and I like to see her walk away. Now, could you please have her walk away and not walk towards me, please? Thank you.
Yeah, I think Cody and Kenny is just such a good story.
Yeah.
And here's are we gonna see it, man? It's Omega. So is Omega gonna take Cody up a notch or two, and we're gonna get some fucking awesome match? Yeah, I think it's gonna be good.
I think I look at things in a weird way because I can have an odd brain. I look at Cody as 3 stars. I look at Kenny as 5 stars. So you put them together, they can have a 4-star match.
Yeah,
right. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
So like, it should be a decent match. It's not going to blow you away, but it's going to be an above average match.
Yeah, for me, the top 2 is Cody and Kenny, and of course Gargano Ciampa. It's going to be awesome. Yeah,
and I'm not. I'm still holding out hope that AJ Nakamura is going to be good too.
I was like, when are we going to tell all these fucking WWE marks about the match that these guys already had? Or are we just not going to tell them?
That they're not. They can't beat it. There's no way. That match was fabulous.
I know, but these people don't know that shit. That's what I'm saying.
I know that, and now they're going to do it in a WWE style match, and it's just
people like, I can't wait to see these guys wrestle. This is a dream match. It's like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, no. Did you know you could watch Jim Ross call that match?
Yeah, get the net. Fuck.
Not the network.
No. So I guess we move from there to SmackDown Live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Pittsburgh? Do you want me to play the music? No.
Well,
Not
like
now.
once you ask, the question is basically no, right?
Well, because we went. I think we were on like 5 straight weeks where we haven't played SmackDown music. SmackDown's been so horrible.
Yeah. Like, oh, that's right. They got their music taken away. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we took their music away. I don't know why we get Raw their music.
Just
They
because
don't
it's
deserve it most weeks either.
because it's a great clip. Welcome everyone.
It reminds me of like when I look forward to Raw and when you were watching that and you'd hear that, you're like, yeah,
Yeah.
this is gonna be awesome.
Fuck yeah, the jazz horns, bitch.
Where are we going here?
It opens up with what seemed to be an hour-long segment between Rude, Orton, Mahal, and Rusev. I wanted to gouge my eyes out and forcibly.
Skipped it. I can't do it. I watched some of it and it's just like unbelievably bad.
Yeah, when it was over, I felt like I wanted to just forcibly beat off until my penis bled. That would have been suffice.
Rusev won the fucking match by pinning Orton, which okay. So
Turns that 3-way into a 4-way, which
it's fucking next week. I'll turn it into a 5-way.
it makes it a little bit better. It makes it a little bit better by having Rusev in the match, but not enough. I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. I'm probably going to skip that match.
That's a total shits match.
Yeah.
Jinder Mahal, crap. Orton, I can't stand. Rude, since he's come up to the ring, is just the shits.
I will
He's
say
nothing
this
anymore.
I will say this: Rude with these guys is nothing.
Rude used to be a good character, so it was cool. It was like, oh, he has not great matches, but he's a good, good character, and they have pretty good stories.
Yeah.
But you don't have any of that anymore.
No.
He's just the dude now. So that's not much of anything, is it?
No. We go backstage, we get more AJ Nakamura, blah blah blah. Like need a face, blah blah blah.
God, I just so much with the Japanese, the fucking English on this show, man.
But now, with that being said, this is the best time Nakamura has ever spoken English.
And that's true. This was probably the best segment for him.
Yeah, and he wasn't wearing his mouth guard, and I think that's a lot of it.
So put that in the plus side for this show, I
Well,
suppose.
no, we'll put that in the okay. You get a pass side because it's not a plus.
In the not a negative side.
Yes,
I guess you're right.
Yeah.
What about Elias singing a kid's song about counting in a Snickers commercial?
I didn't see it because I don't get commercials because I don't watch a live feed.
It was right after it went to commercial. It's Elias singing a song to a bunch of children, and it's a Snickers commercial.
Fair enough.
So,
did the children eat the Snickers bars after?
no, I don't know. I don't think.
Good, because I wouldn't eat a Snickers bar given to me by Elias either. But you know what I did eat today for the first time, or this week? An Abba Zaba.
Pussy? Have a Zabba, you're my only friend.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I bought it too.
Fucking, isn't it just banana taffy shit?
No, it's white taffy and peanut butter inside. It's weird. It's not good at all.
What?
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah, white.
No.
It tastes like cardboard until you get to the center and you get a little bit of a taste of peanut butter.
Well, I know what that white shit. Yeah, it's kind of like a fucking. Ugh.
Nothing. It tastes like
doesn't
air.
sound good.
But then I
Becky
also had
defeats-
a. Sorry,
Oh.
I gotta tell you, I had a Milka bar, which is from Europe apparently, and it's this nice milk chocolate drizzled over crushed Chips Ahoy cookies.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that was tight. That was tight butthole. I must say.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Where did you get a European candy bar?
We got a candy store here called Stickies, and it's just like you can get. I know, right? All kinds of different foreign candies and old candies. It's like I got a orange Faygo.
I didn't think it was a candy store when I went there, but once I got inside, I was okay with it.
I was
bought some
pleasantly
candy.
surprised.
Yeah. This isn't what I'm looking for, but I do like candy, so.
Yeah. And I also bought a moon pie too.
Fucking moon pie.
They're gross. No wonder I've never had one before.
Moon pie is like a shitty cookie covered in chocolate with marshmallow sandwich between it, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's
Fuck.
not appetizing. It's a wagon wheel.
I got an Easter basket yesterday. Well, for me and Mrs. Vicious, my mother still like brings a fucking Easter basket over for us every year. But
Hey
yeah,
man, I
bunch
went.
of Peeps in there. Who actually buys Peeps,
I don't
dude?
know, man. Buy me some Cadbury cream eggs. Jesus.
Yeah, yeah. We took the whole thing of Peeps, dude. Just threw it right in the trash. Get the fuck out of here. I'm not even gonna consider this. Like, put it
No,
in the trash.
I agree. My mother still does the same thing. I went and visited them yesterday, and I always bring my jacket into their bedroom. And as I walk in, I can see this big see-through bag of like Mr. Crunchy Easter bunnies. And I was like, yes, yes.
I did eat a white chocolate bunny yesterday, so
Oh, that's decadent, man. That's good.
I like that white chocolate. Nothing
too.
against black chocolate. I think black chocolate is just as good as white chocolate, but I like it a little more.
I agree, man. I agree. A full white chocolate bar is my favorite bar.
Yeah.
Just a brick of white chocolate.
So moving
So
on. I don't know how to
Becky
transition.
Lynch taking on Ruby Riott.
I was like grasping for a fucking transition.
The match is just a decent match. I mean, it's at least you had two decent workers, Ruby Riott and Becky Lynch, working together. It was really still just a nothing match, though. It was
They've
short.
turned Riot into nothing.
Yes, they've turned Becky Lynch into nothing too.
Yeah, but like she's more. I mean,
Yes.
like Ruby Riot's more nothing.
If Ruby Riott is nothing, Becky Lynch is meh. She's something.
Yeah. And then she fucks up all three of them and stands tall. Holy shit.
Yep. Yeah, she's. I mean, she's smoking hot, but
I can only imagine the Riot thing is just like that they don't, think she looks that good because she is like as far as work wise, she's one of my
good.
favorite women on the whole fucking roster.
without a doubt. But they were only brought up for that women's Royal Rumble, you know that.
Yeah,
So now they're just here treading water.
yeah. I thought she was like a good face. That Riot was a very good face. She could be a face champion in that company, in my opinion, because she represents being different, right?
Yeah,
I mean, she's covered in tattoos. She's got the nose that she has. you know, I think she would be a really good face champion.
I despite the nose being on her face.
Well, that's part of it. I'm saying like not everybody.
No, I was making
Andy
a joke.
Rose,
I was making a joke between face champion and the nose on her face.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. At the end when she was going through the manufacturing line, I don't know if they're like, we're all out of fucking broad noses. I just throw one of those dude noses on.
Yeah,
get the fuck out of here.
Give her one of them Jewish noses, love.
It's fucking Friday. I got shit to do.
Oh fuck! Can't save them all. No. To me, I look at it. Vince sees her and sees something different and sees a heel. Right?
Because she's not like wildly attractive.
Exactly, because she's not cooking. People aren't going to like ugly women, Jim. Come on now.
Who's gonna like an ugly broad? You liked Linda, I guess. So.
Ding, ding, ding! Right on the head.
Was Linda ever hot? I don't think she was.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I think she's been an old woman, like, as long as I've seen her.
I've never seen her young. Even in the pictures I've seen in the 80s, she looked old.
Yeah,
I mean, everybody looks old in the 80s, though, because those hairstyles didn't really help you out much. Big poof.
She's like Sable, like, always looked old.
She did.
Not really quite as old, though.
She did always look old, I agree.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan came out and he made his announcement. And we should preface by saying that they announced that Shane McMahon had diverticulitis and a hernia a couple days prior to this. And then Bryan comes out and says that him and Shane are going to take on Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens at WrestleMania in 2 weeks. And I'm just like, what?
Which everybody seems to be saying is crazy because, like, if you have to have diverticulitis, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Especially with a hernia, too.
Yeah. Agreed. So
I don't know what they're doing.
I don't either. Speaking of
you could have just put anybody in there.
You could have. Without a doubt, you could. Without a doubt, you could. You can just make it a three-way. Fuck it.
Well, he's on tour with his band. Otherwise, Jericho would have been a fucking great tag team partner for Daniel Bryan.
He's got a concert the same night as WrestleMania too, so that's pretty much all out the window.
Yep.
But yeah, no,
I don't know.
he cut another good promo. You know, Daniel Bryan's full of these promos. He talks about how he gives Daniel the Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn all these chances because you know they grew up together and shit like that. And
I
so
thought this was a great promo.
it
I
was
thought it was better
it
than good.
was. No, you're right. You're right. I probably gave it a disservice by saying it was good. It was a great promo because he's not the Daniel Bryan of old. He's the Daniel Bryan that fights for his dreams. He's gonna kick their ass.
Dream fighter. Yeah.
You know what though? Even after all this, the announcers seemed a little bit confused by the announcement. They said that no matter what's announced later, everybody just wants to see Bryan fight, and it's like, now I'm really confused. Like you announced Shane, then you said, well, even if Shane can't make it, and it's like, oh, is he coming?
Yeah. Well, you can't do a fucking handicap match. That's stupid.
It is. I agree.
But dude, he could be the top star in that company. If they got behind him, he could lead to all their shit being more successful. But they're not going to do it.
No, you know they're not going to do it. Come on now.
They didn't want to do it before, so.
Right. They had the next top star when he was champion at WrestleMania 30. And once he came back from injury, they treated him like he was nothing again. He was Intercontinental champ the next year at WrestleMania.
So, and like too, it goes on, mentioning that they're fired still. and then them switching their shit and having pro wrestling tease stores is just, I love it. So good.
It's a nice touch. It's a good attention to detail for the hardcore fans.
Yeah. New Day versus the Bludgeon Brothers ends in a DQ. Is that what happened?
Yes, because the Usos get involved and the brothers finally attempt to use their mallets.
Yeah. Maybe we should use these mallets when we fucking attack people.
Jesus.
Yeah, all their shows are really about that, man. It's always just attacks. It's really the only way they have to sell matches, to build matches.
Yeah.
And it's just fucking lazy. There's no other story to it either. Like, what's the story here? Oh, these guys just show up and fuck these guys up, and now they're having a match. I mean, that's kind of all it is.
Yeah, and you know what? It's all boils down to little time. Like I think it was it this fall where they really tried to build a storyline between. I can't remember what it was, but it was more of a story driven, more of an indie driven, just hardcore fan base cards, and they didn't get they weren't viewed more than the rest. So that really told them right there, we don't need to try anymore. We're just going to fucking run the mill shit.
I mean, say what you will about
poop.
Say what you will about Lucha Underground. At least the matches are for, this is for a unique opportunity. You get something if you win this match, or this match is for a fucking powerful power glove. Matches that are about things and for things, and there's a reason for them.
Or it's to showcase something.
Yeah. It's, whatever. From there, Ziggler defeats Breeze.
Can you tell me
Best
why
part
this
of
is a match? This is a part of the Andre the Giant Battle Royal? Really?
Yeah, Ziggler
Shelton
is fucking...
Benjamin is in a match with Nakamura. You're not going to have the fucking Andre the Giant Battle Royal trophy up there, are you? He's going to be in that match for sure.
The best thing about this is, as the match is starting, Fandango's up on the apron, just over the top pelvis thrust gyrations. It was amazing.
I liked it when they
probably
ran
my favorite
the
thing on
too.
the show.
My favorite
What's
thing
that?
was when he ran around and got cramped. That's my favorite thing. I thought that was great. That was the best. That was the highlight of the show.
Wait, too, what happened with those guys? They gave them a couple segments and these guys are really funny and everyone really likes it. And then
they moved them to WWE.com and then got rid of it, phased it out right fast.
And yeah, I was actually, Nakamura and Benjamin, you can't complain. I was like, an original matchup. That's something.
Yeah. It's like a reminder of Chaos versus fucking Suzuki-gun.
Yeah. And, I don't know, Nakamura makes sounds and faces like he was having a seizure after the match.
I did like how he hinted at the Shinkasa against AJ Styles. And he ran and he jumped and fooled him. I like that.
You know what that reminded me of, dude? It reminds me of like the beginning of Karate Kid 2, where it picks up outside of the venue, and the asshole fucking coach of the Cobra Kai. He like fucking starts shit with Miyagi. Miyagi's like gonna smash his face, and the guy's like, "Fucking do it!" And then Miyagi does. He goes and he just honks his nose. I was like, that's what that reminded me of.
I get it. That's Nakamura though. Even when Nakamura was in Japan, that was Nakamura.
Oh yeah, I don't
Right,
hate. I mean,
so-
I didn't hate it, but it reminded me of. Maybe I don't know why it reminded me of that. But.
I know. I get it. I get it. He basically just jumps in and just points in his face and goes nana nana boo boo and walks away. It's kind of the same thing, He just honk honk.
Basically, but yeah, I mean that's a match. At least worth. Looking forward to it.
It's one of the more higher profile matches, in my opinion. That and the Bryan match. I can't wait to see Bryan.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't fault you there, sir.
Which and you look at the WrestleMania card, man. On paper, let's ignore what we've seen so far, but on paper, Ronda Rousey having a match at WrestleMania is bigger than most things they've done years prior at WrestleMania. Then you got the return of Daniel Bryan. Then you've got AJ Styles and Nakamura. Right? There are a few marquee matches to be seen. Say
but
what
why
you
doesn't
will.
it feel that way? Like, why when you you go through it and like you think about it? Okay, this is big. Bryan's coming back, and you've got this, and you got fucking Undertaker, you got all this stuff, but it doesn't feel that. I don't know.
It's because if you look at it on paper, you're suspending more disbelief than you are thinking back on what you've seen.
I think that's what it is. You look at it on paper, and you're like, "This is a big fucking card," but.
Yeah.
If you watch the shit, that doesn't feel like it.
No,
Yeah.
they're doing a very piss poor job in making it feel like a big card. Big card.
God damn. How insightful was that for two fucking stoners 2 hours in? Holy
Right?
shit.
Right? You know what though? It's so early in the morning. I've only smoked one bowl, and as you can tell, I'm building up my second one right now. So
There you
good
go.
thing that
I don't know what
insight
else-
came in when it did, because there's no more insight coming from my body here now. Not after this
There
second
you
bowl.
go. That's it. Well, we better fucking talk about the new episode of The Federation, which is out now.
Yes, the Halloween Havoc 1989, which is highlighted by the Terradome or Thunderdome match. I keep on calling it Terradome because it's terrifying to watch. But if you go on to our Twitter page, you'll see some promo videos, minute-long video clips of just pieces of the episode. And if you like those, you'll like the show, and give us a check out. In a couple weeks, we'll be having, Clash of Champions New York Knockout. That's the main event of that is Ric Flair taking on Terry Funk in an I Quit match.
In New York in 90 or 89?
89, November 15th, 1989, and there's 4,000 people there. There's 4,000 people there.
Ballsy to fucking go to New York.
It is. The crowd was hot,
yeah.
too, man. The crowd was really hot. I've watched it. We're recording it tonight, actually.
Nice. I listened to the episode, enjoyed it thoroughly.
Thank you, sir.
You guys get just fucking sauced out.
Oh, yeah. I got a question, Jim. For a guy
Yeah.
that's never seen Tommy Rich wrestle until now,
Yeah.
am I rightful in saying that he's hot garbage at least in 1989? What was he like before? I know he's former world champ, but in 89, he's hot garbage.
Wildfire.
Yeah. We actually have a
No, I
video
don't know.
highlighting the ass sweat of Tommy Rich, so check that out.
We had, on a recent episode of PPV T2, we were debating like what the fuck is with this guy,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was a good, I guess, hand in the Southern wrestling back in the day, but yeah, he's does not have an impressive body or work rate or
No. He wins
anything.
with the most sloppiest Luthez press I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, he looks like fucking Edgar Winter, dude.
I get that for sure. I was going to say he's the Children of the Corn, man, like I said in the video. He is the living embodiment of the Children of the Corn.
Yeah. Well,
Or Powder.
I
He's
can see that,
Powder's
yeah.
father.
Powder's father, who went out to get a pack of smokes and then like left and came back 20 years later.
Became a wrestling star.
God damn it, Powder, I left because you're a faggot.
I left because you're using that faggot magic on me.
Why don't you have any hair, Powder? I don't know what's going on.
Look at me,
I had to get
got
away.
this full head of hair and all this ass sweat.
This
Wow,
head full of white hair.
Man,
Yeah, he's wild
fucking
for
man boobs, love handles, buddy. He's got it all.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely check that out. I love the show now and rocking this old 80s shit's awesome.
It's rejuvenated. The show was wearing on me now since we started this, and our Patreon is going to get luckier. We're doing a Kobashi Misawa Chronicles.
So yeah.
We're going through every Kenta Kobashi and Michiara Misawa match that they ever had, except for the first one because you can't find a full match of it. But I'm sure you could probably join us for one of those sometime. I'm sure that would be fun.
Yeah, what do you watch it live or what?
No. We just watch the match.
no.
We'll just talk about the match.
I would fucking gladly do that.
Yeah, it's not even long either. It's like 15 minutes or something like that. Little tiny episode.
Yeah, hell yeah. So definitely check that shit out. If you like this show, you're definitely gonna love the Federation. Also coming up, pay-per-view Take 2, our most recent episode. AWA Super Sunday 83 is up now on the Suplex City Limits channel.
Beautiful.
If you go to Podbean, you can choose PPV Take 2. You get all the episodes there. Next, we have introduced a new tier on the Patreon page. All the tiers have fucking names. We have the Money Mark tier.
The
25
the what?
It's the Money Mark tier.
Oh, I thought you said Bunny Mark. I was like, what the fuck?
No, it's Money Mark. For $25, you can $25 donation. You can choose what we're gonna fucking cover. So it didn't take very long for people to start fucking doing that. So up next we've got In Your House Ground Zero, 1997.
No, you're not. Me and Travis have watched that video. We had a VHS of that, and we watched that over and over and over and over until the fucking tape stopped working.
Holy shit.
Because of the fucking...
Yeah, I think that's the same case for infamous Chris Savage. Thank you for your donations, sir. Yeah, I think that's the same deal. It was like his first memory of wrestling, I think, so...
There you go.
He wants to see what we're doing there. And then...
Chris Savage, also a Patreon of the Federation, so he's a good brother. Good brother.
He's a fucking definitely a good brother.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was like, oh, that's probably not that bad. 97 can't be all that bad. I haven't watched it yet, so I have no idea what happens. But
it's got the race war with like the Los Boricuas, Nation of Domination, DOA. It's like that whole fucking race war. Then it's the match of Gold Dust and Brian Pillman for Terry Reynolds.
I watched that match.
It's the last Brian Pillman pay-per-view match he ever has. Yeah, and then I think it's Stone Cold or is it a four-way? Stone Cold, Undertaker, and somebody else. I don't know.
I think it's just Undertaker and Shawn Michaels.
Is it Undertaker, Shawn Michaels? Okay, Stone Cold has a match somewhere too.
Maybe Bret Hart.
Could be. I know he's on the cover of the VHS that I owned.
Yeah, but another good brother, Caleb. After that, he has done the fucking dirtiest of the dirty.
Oh, what did he do?
And
Oh, December to Dismember, wasn't it?
Fucking A.
Yeah.
You dirty son of a bitch. You.
When you said the dirty of the dirty, I knew what it was.
Yeah, you dirty fucker. Like, I'm just going to pick the worst thing of ever for these guys to watch.
It's true, though. You don't even get
Thank
sad
you,
blue. You get fucking all these shitty things. Test. Ugh.
Test. So yeah, that's something. So check that shit out as well. And if after you've listened to all of those shows, you need more shows in your life, check out our friends at Wrestling Soup, The Strap. Also got Shooting the Shiznit, Sat Pod. What's our boys' new podcast?
The Inhuman Experience.
There it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely check that shit out too. I almost forgot that we have a fucking Bitchin' with Burbs to do here.
Oh my mother of fuck. Hey Burbs, how you doing?
I'm excited to hear what he has to say closing into Mania here.
Yes. So should we just dive right into that?
Say, hey bud, sorry we buried your segment in the show. We get forgetful sometimes.
Stoned.
Who let the
Big dog.
out? Who let the big dog out? Who let the
Big dog.
out? Who let the
Whoa. No one let him out because he wasn't locked up in the first place. He knocks out 3 US Marshals, doesn't even spend a night in the cells. Yet on the other hand, I messaged Philharmonic on Twitter telling her that she's gonna...
Get these hands.
And now I'm looking at a rape charge. I've never even met the bitch. I've not raped her. She lives miles away. So, last week, Reigns showed up despite being suspended. He was arrested by 3 US Marshals, beat him up whilst being handcuffed. Then Lesnar came down to the ring. Reigns, being the babyface that he is, grabs a chair. Gets him nowhere though, because he gets fucked up big time. Anyway, the point of this is now that WWE's uploaded that segment on their YouTube. It's titled Roman Reigns is brutally ambushed by Brock Lesnar. Like, ambushed how? You mean beat him up and prevented him continuing to resist arrest? Yeah, what a cunt Lesnar is there. Ooh, I almost hate him after that. Anyway, this week's attempt at a sympathy vote. They've uploaded a video covering the whole segment where Heyman and Lesnar are in the ring, and they're talking about Reigns' suspension being lifted and he's not going to be there. Next thing, Reigns comes through the crowd rather than the entrance, you know, so we can make sure that the security are doing their job. They weren't. Anyway, he jumps over the barricade wearing a fucking Rich Swan. Ah, shit. Wife beater. Sorry, my bad. Anyway, wearing a wife beater with his own fucking name on. Talk about being a mark for yourself. Security don't flinch. Good job there, by the way. And again, babyface move. First thing he does, grabs a chair. He's the one trying to ambush Lesnar. Fucks himself over again, though. Lesnar commits murder for the second time in a fortnight. Anyway, WWE have titled this video, Brock Lesnar brutalizes injured Roman Reigns. Oh, injured. Yeah, injured from last week when you were interfering then too, you dickhead! Mate, and what the fuck is it with Cena versus Taker? Can you just leave him the fuck alone? He retired, he's chilling, he's just chilling out watching the network at $9.99. Oh, fuck, they've got me doing it now. Listen, I don't want to see Taker fight anymore. I don't want to see Cena fight anymore. I certainly don't want to see them fight each other. Fuck me. Like, Taker just wants to rest in pieces. Mainly metal screws and plates, like, but still leave him the fuck alone. Like, Cena and Undertaker, man, what the fuck does that have to offer anymore? The only thing that Cena hasn't done is beat the streak. That's already been beaten. And the Undertaker, I mean, the only thing he's undertaking these days is fucking surgery. And Cena this week imitating the Undertaker doing that neck slit thing has to be the most I have ever wanted to see a wrestler do a blade job in my entire life. Oscar, she had a squash match against some newbie lesbo looking jobber thing. See, didn't I say Jeff Jarrett would work his way back into the WWE? Michael Cole apologising for the Ultimate Deletion and apologising for the Woken Matt Hardy shit. The only thing you should apologise for is your fucking existence, cunt. On SmackDown, they're building towards a Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon tag match at WrestleMania. That'll determine if Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens will get their jobs back. But that begs the question, how the fuck do they fight for that entitlement at WrestleMania if they don't have fucking jobs? And secondly, are they gonna get paid for fighting at WrestleMania if they're not actually on the payroll till the night after if they fucking win said match? Check, boys. Questions need to be answered. Oh yeah, and breaking news, being the Elite is better than any WWE programming I'm watching at the minute.
Yeah.
As you know, boys, I'm normally organised and I keep this bit right in line. But this is all over the place this week. I was just trying to keep it in the same style as WrestleMania, do you get me? But seriously though, there was loads of things I wanted to talk about, but they just didn't come to fruition because they didn't actually happen. Example, Reigns and them steroids. I'd have loved to have been able to say that he took them, but we ain't got no fucking proof. I mean, what do you want me to do? Talk about the fucking Whack-A-Mole brothers and them fuck off hammers they've got? I mean, they could whack a mole or two, actually. They could whack the ones off Rousey and Charlotte for one.
It's just like I'm trying to watch a gender promo. If I find her sexy, does it make me homo?
I'm down for giving Rousey a chance, but she just seems like Kurt Angle, completely fucking lost and not sure where she is. It's weird, it's like she's been kicked in the head or something. Anyway, Paige was introducing herself, in case Rousey hasn't been on fucking Pornhub recently, and she was boasting about it being her ring and all that, and it's like, yeah, we've seen your ring 1,000 times, so it's like, either shut the fuck up or make a new video. Suplex City Limits, it's your boy, Burbs. And I got another fucking segment for you boys. And this week's theme is WrestleMania 34, with everything being fucking everywhere. So when you hear certain things are gonna be backwards, things are gonna be hearing backwards first thing. Yeah, I'm gonna stop fucking with you now, I'm only messing around. But anyway, like I said, it's a shame there's no massive news about Reigns and his steroids or anything like that. I mean, Goldberg's getting inducted by Heyman, but I mean, I don't know why they're acting like that's big news, because we were saying that like a month ago. Now they want to act like it's brand new, unheard news. And lastly, congratulations are in order for The Miz and Maurice on having a baby girl together. They come up with a name way better than Brian and Brie, let's be honest. I'm over the moon for them. It's great. I'm happy for them. What? Oh, you want me to say something really nasty? No, not happening. I got nothing. I don't know. I just guess I'm pissed off that they didn't do a Miz carriage angle.
Wait until the last possible fucking moment, too. It was great.
Oh boy, Burbs. You can follow him on Twitter at Burberry Beats with 3s instead of E's. Check out his music. Check out his YouTube page. He's a bad motherfucker. That was fantastic.
That was. Thank you very much, Burbs. Thank you. We missed you, and we're sorry, but we won't forget about you next time.
Fucking love it, man. What else do we have here? NXT, you have anything to say about it? It was a show?
They debuted EC3, they debuted Ricochet. But that
Kinda
was
debuted
about
Ricochet.
it. That was about it, though. There was really nothing else.
Ricochet walked off and out of an office.
Yeah. He's like, hello. And he walked away.
Yeah. There really wasn't anything on this show.
No, not really. I'm trying to think now because
AOP defeat the Street Profits.
Yeah,
Lars Sullivan does the flying headbutt to a jobber. And that's pretty much it, man. Really nothing else.
Pete Dunne took on Sanity.
Oh, that was a good match.
Yeah, it was a good match. Not good enough to make our top 3. If we still had top 5, probably. Yeah.
Strong and Dunn will be taking on AOP next week in the finals. So I'm sure that's already happened.
They're doing that. That's not a takeover match.
Well, the finals is next week, and then the winners take on the tag champions at Takeover.
Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. It makes sense.
So that's what's going on there. I don't know. We got to do our shout-outs here. I feel like we're missing stuff, but
no, I think the shout-outs are what we're in order now for.
We're in order for. All right. Let me pull this shit up. I should be prepared, but
That's okay. We're listening. We're listening to "Thank You" by Boys II Men. So
I should listen back. Does it show up in the episode? It should.
You can't hear it?
I don't know. I can hear it now. Yeah, so I suppose it is. Let's see. Get yourself a fucking shout out for retweeting our pinned episode on Twitter at Suplex City Limit. So shout outs, Wrestle Nerds, Wrestling. We got the Cinnabud Podcast, Sensible Sam, Johnny Utah, The Prince 901, Jericho MPM, Ardent Wrestling, Well Kept and Unclean, So Divine is Lance LeBron, Inhuman Experience Podcast. Shout out to those boys over there, Bobby Anthem, THT Wrestling, Jay Dune, Jared, Tony Vasquez, Jumpin' Jeremy Foltz, Mickey D's, Dan the Man 1, JC Sterling, Dom Homie, Pro Wrestling Blab, B Schwing 22, Keith Martin, Klondike Bill, who lightens up my fucking life, man.
He does, man. I posted, somebody, I can't remember what the premise was, but he started posting videos of, Travis posted about the Pornhub doing the premium subscription in sexual sounding places. And he just replied with a GIF of somebody packing up a U-Haul. And then he replied with a GIF of a U-Haul stuck in traffic. That's absolutely fucking amazing. We need to find out who this guy is. We need to find out who this guy is and bring him to Vegas with us.
Brother. He's old school.
What if we all went to Vegas?
We can get the guy behind it. I don't know. At Klondike Bill WCW. Follow that shit. It is. His cover picture is a pair of dirty panties in a parking lot. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's the Adventures, man. I would pay to see the Adventures of Klondike Bill.
Chris Savage, AC Patty, Caleb Morganfield, B Blades, and Leo. So thank you guys very much. Helping spread the word. I think that's it, dude.
Man, you know what? It's not like this episode is short either, though. So I think we've gotten everything.
Yeah. Aside from the fact they have a picture of the women's battle royal trophy.
Oh yeah, the ovary battle royal.
It's a nurse. I saw a nurse took a look at that and said that it's 100% a uterus.
So you brought it to a nurse and asked her?
No, I saw a nurse on Twitter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
what it
pretty
is. I know
close.
what a uterus looks like.
Oh,
That's
me
what
too.
a uterus looks like.
Me too. I remember
You've
staring
seen
at
those
that.
diagrams, right? And like any
dude.
diagram you've seen of the internal workings is exactly like the shape of this fucking trophy.
When I was a kid, we had like this little health science book at the house, and
Yeah.
I knew I had the page cornered and everything, man, where it was like the women. And you open it up, and it was the inside of a pussy. And it's just like, what's this?
Did you jack off to diagrams of ovaries and fallopian tubes?
No, I was too young for that. It was I had a curious mind, man. When I was a kid, I was fascinated by Pamela Anderson at the age of like 6. Just always had to watch Baywatch because Pamela Anderson was there. Had biggest crush on her, and yeah, that was
Still fascinated by vaginas all these years later.
Yeah, yep. I am.
Another thing to point out, coming up next weekend here, Impact versus Lucha Underground is going to be live on Twitch.
Is it really? It's also sold out, or very close to it.
Oh yeah. Well, that's good.
That should be good. And you know what, though? It's a great working agreement between the two because you've got a lot of Lucha Underground characters on, Impact. So
Yeah. But until you realize that Eddie Edwards is not taking on Sammy Callahan, he's taking on Jeremiah Crane. It's like, doesn't that fucking blow your mind a little bit?
yeah, but that was, I think, I listened to Sammy Callahan on Chris Jericho's podcast. I think that was his call.
Yeah.
He wanted to. It was like some kind of shoot against Impact. It's like if Impact won't promote me, then fucking I'm just going to be Jeremiah Crane, and they're not going to get that match at. You know, it just seems like I don't know if it's a work